Then other characteristics is the frontal optical port that now is a standard for the low battery electric devices. So with a unique Wi-Fi key, you can connect different low battery electric devices. Then we have the possibility to expand the ATL610 with the plug-in modules of the series EXP, and you can see on the back here here on the back the slot for the expansion. Okay. Then with this device we increase the number of alarm. For example, now we introduce the alarm for the breaker protection chip for the line 1 and line 2. We introduce the alarm for the generator if it's not available. And then some function regarding the maintenance. So we have 2 counts for each line that count the hour, how many hours the line 1 or line 2 work, and how many operations the breaker for the line 1 or line 2 works. So this is very important for the maintenance of the system. Then inside the device we have other customizable limits, counter. We have an event log up to 100 records, and we have the possibility to increase protection degree with the gasket that this one. This is an optional that we can provide, and then I can put on the back of the device, okay, and then when I close the device to the panel, increase the protection degree. So the two versions. Sorry, one moment for technical problem. It's okay. Sorry, one moment that I change the visualization.
Can you see?
Okay,
Can
now
you
it works. Okay. Some technical problem. So the model that we have is the ATL600 and the ATL610. The main difference is that the ATL600 is not expandable with the XP modules, and the ATL610 have more performance feature because have the possibility to use the expansion here on the back of the device, and to use the double power supply connected directly here in the dedicated connector. They cut out of the panel for the installation is the same of the previous range of the ATL20 and the ATL30. So there is no problem to replace the old ATL with the new one. So now I talk about the interface. We have a new display, LCD display graphical, and you can scroll directly the page with the key on front of the device. Then here we have a synoptics with the LED that indicate the status of the line here, where there is the arrow, and here, where there is the breaker, the status of the breaker. Then here is present the optical port where I can connect the Wi-Fi dongle or the USB dongle. So this is the main page that I can show you. We have a menu. Okay. I rotate menu where I can select the page. For example, we have a page with the indication of all the limit threshold, and where the limit is black means that the line is out of the limits. Then we have a page for the statistics. So here we have the amount of time the line 1 or line 2 is was in automatic mode. Then in second row we have the counter for the manual mode. Then how many times was present the alarms A003 and A004. Okay, so you can see the historical data of the network. Then we have a page with the battery status. This is only available in the ATL610, of course. And then we have a protection, a password protection, to avoid a mistake during the setup with person that must don't access to the controller. Here we have another example of interface. Another important feature is the manual mode. For example, now I show you when I press the man key, automatically the page change, and the display I have the two contacts, the contact for the breaker 1 and the contact for the breaker 2. Then, using the man key, I can select the breaker and then close or open the breaker. Now I show you the LED. You can see the LED flashing because I send the command to close the breaker. Of course, now I open and the LED stop the flashing. Okay, with the other key man I can select the other breaker, and then I can change the page on the page for the genset controller. For example, in this device I have a utility in the line 1 and a genset in the line 2. So I can select with the key man the starting and stopping of the motor. Okay, start and stop. So it's an interface to control the system. Now, I talk about the big advantage of the optical port on front. So you can program, you can change the setup in the file without have problem with the electrical connection, because the CX02 and CX01 accessorize is very safety component and can help the user to program the controller in a very easy way. For example, now I show you how we can use the Wi-Fi dangle. So I take the key here, I press the button on the key, and the key power on. Then I put the key in front of the device, I press 3 times, sorry, because I must go on off mode, 1, 2, 3, and automatically I have the menu for the CX02 dangle. Here I can, for example, with the command D1, copy the setup from the device to the CX02. Then with the second command, I can copy the setup from CX02 to the device, and then another big function, the clone function. With the command D3, I can clone the device. What means clone? That I copy not only the setup, but the information regarding statistic events too. It's very important when I must change a controller, for example, in case of wrong situation when I must change the devices. So I can recover the history of the device. Okay. So this is in this slide the two types of connection. I can connect the device using the USB cable, in this case, with the CX01 key, or using the Wi-Fi connection with the CX02. So this is the main characteristic of the controller. I can configure different situations, for example, utility genset, and genset. As I said before, I have the statistical data, I have an event log. I can program the automatic test for the genset. And another important function, when I have the application genset, I can manage the alternative function of the two genset with dedicated parameter. All the inputs, outputs, alarm, limits, counter, remote control variable are programmable, and then I have other alarm that the user can perform with the internal variables. I can connect the controller with PC, with smartphone, tablet, and a big important feature is the communication that I can add in the ATL610. The typical communication could be serial, for example, the USB, RS-232, RS-485, or Ethernet 2. Then we have the module for Profibus 2. The ATL610 version have a real-time clock inside with a backup battery. So this is the console that the controller perform. I can manage single line, 2 or 3 phase system with or without the neutral. I can select on which configuration do the control, for example, the voltage line to line or the voltage line to neutral, all together. The controller can be used in a medium voltage application using the VT. I can configure the VT, and the visualization is with the real value on the primary of the VT. Then the threshold, the control that I can set up is, for example, in a minimum maximum voltage with independent value and independent time delay. So I can select the dead band. Then we have the control in phase, for example, phase loss or phase sequence, and the symmetry. Then the control for the frequency. And as I said before, all the parameters can manage with independent value and time delay. So now we talk about the auxiliary supply configuration. With only two devices, low battery electric can cover all the configuration that could be present in the market. The first one is the not complex, is the more convenient, cost-effective type. Is the double power supply AC-DC. What mean? The AC supply is present from the line 1 or the primary line, because you can select the primary line inside the setup. So the controller doesn't turn off during the transfer, because when the primary line is absent, the controller change the power supply from the AC side to the DC side. So the battery is not used if is present the AC, but is used only in case of emergency, so during the transfer. So there is not advantage for this application. And it's possible only with the ATL610. Then the more simple application is the only AC power supply. With this solution is economical, but the disadvantage is the presence of additional circuits that must ensure the correct supply before and after the switching. Because why before and after? Because during the transfer, of course, the ATL turn off, because we have an enter block time where the supply is absent. This is another solution. You can use the UPS, so you must add another component in your network, and of course increase the cost. And the advantage is that the controller don't turn off during the transfer, because the UPS can supply continuously the ATL600. The last one is the only battery. So it could be a typical application with genset controller, because I can connect the ATL to the battery of the genset. So it's important that the battery and the charger of the battery is designed to supply correctly the ATL and the genset together. So this is the programmable function that is present. So I can decide the strategy of the transfer. I have information about the status of the status of the genset. I have some signal for the feedback, so I can manage the genset status. So, for this application, we have a dedicated alarm that advise the user if it's not ready the genset. With the controller, we can manage the most common equipment using this application, that contactors, the motorized circuit breakers, and the motorized changeover, all with or without the feedback. So you can set up the controller with your effective necessity. Okay, here the expansion module that I showed you before. So one moment, I change the zoom. Okay, here on the back for the expansion module. So to avoid every question, when I add an expansion module, I must turn off the controller, and then when I turn on the controller, automatically the ATL recognizes the new configuration. Okay, here we have a page on the display with the information about the expansion. Okay, in this case, I don't have the expansion, so this block is white. And then I have information regarding the power supply. Now the black icon is the AC. And then I have a flashing icon, IR, that inform you that I have a communication with the optical port. The dimension is very compact, because we reduce with this device the space on the panel. Okay, we have only 44 millimeter inside the panel, and then of course the depth increase with the expansion module. The installation is very easy, because I have the metallic clip that I can use to have a perfect fixing and long fixing of device in the panel. And then I can add the gasket to increase the IP protection. So this is the main electrical characteristics. We have two controllers, as I said. The ATL600 with this rated voltage for the power supply, only in AC. And then I have the ATL610 with a rated voltage in DC or an AC voltage. The input voltage have the possibility to connect the free line plus the neutral for each line, and I can manage voltage from 100 volts up 480, but using the voltage transformer I can increase this range, of course. Then we have the configuration of the input and the output. This is a little cross-reference with the old version. So the first thing is the different user interface. We change this the user interface from a 7-segment up to a graphical CD. So it's a big change. Then we have the possibility. We have the double power supply in the ATL610, so we cover the ATL20 and the ATL30. And with the ATL610, we have the possibility to use the expansion to increase the number of digital inputs and outputs. The performance in communication increased too, because we have the optical port on front for all versions, and then we have more communication port for the ATL610 with the expansion module. We increase the temperature range too, because now we can use the controller up to 70 Celsius degree. Another important thing is the real-time clock that is present in the ATL610. The controller is can be used with Synergy, our supervision and control software. We can use only the ATL610 because is the only device that has a communication performance. So is this one the limits, because the communication is on the back side of the device with the expansion module and is not present in the ATL600. Now I want to show you another interesting application with the ATL. So here I have the smartphone with our app. Okay, with our app. So I can connect directly the app using the CX02. So I go in my smartphone, Wi-Fi. Here I have the Wi-Fi CX0226 connect. So it's a very easy way for the connection. Okay, sorry, one moment. One moment, sorry. Ok, sorry.
Vai. Adesso si vede.
Ok, so I connect with the smartphone and the key, and then I go on the application. Okay, and automatically the app recognizes the device, the ATL610, and the version of the device. Here I can monitor the measure, for example, the statistics data. So it's the total time for the line 1, okay. The total time not okay. So you have here all the data. For example, the limits, thresholds, okay. The status of the alarm. Then I can send a command. For example, now I want to show. Okay, now we have we are in off mode. I send the command man mode. Okay, and automatically the controller changes. As I showed you before, the page change on the manual mode. I send the command, and automatically the controller change. Then I can set up the parameter. For example, I can change a parameter. The languages. I have 5 languages: English, Italian, French, Spanish, and German. For example, I want change. Done. Okay. Then I send the command, and automatically the controller reset and change the languages. So you use the app is a very safety way to program the device. Okay, then I have here 2 buttons to save the parameters, so I can generate a file on my smartphone to backup the data and the setup on the controller. Save. Okay. Then I can import the data. Okay, here. Select. Okay, then I can show you the event log. Here we have the list of all the 100 events. I can save the list. Save. Okay, and then when I have this file on my smartphone, I can send, for example, by mail at the assistance. Then I have here the alerts, the active alerts that could be present in my controller. For example, I can try to command in automatic mode. Okay. The controller change. And now I don't know if it's present an alarm, but okay. So this was the my last presentation, last slide. The app is available for iOS and Android, and I thank you for your attention. If you have some question, please ask in the chat. So the Inelmatec asked about the GPRS module. No, the GPS module is not compatible with the ATL610.
Electromechanical Cape Town.
Okay, is the GenJet electromechanical Cape Town asked, is the GenJet application similar to the RGK mutual share function? So the ATL is different from the RGK. With the ATL, you can select the period to use one generator and the other one generator. Then, if you want to manage how the genset control the load or other function, you must use the RGK series. Okay. So for the ATL EPS1, we talk about this product in the future with a dedicated webinar.
Not sharing.
No, regarding Camillo asked about load sharing output, at the moment not.
Sunny Zhu from China.
Sunny Zhu asked about the tested ATL with motorized changeover switches such as OTM from ABB. So the problem of the changeover is only the timing. So the ATL can be used with all the changeover because you can set up the timing that you prefer. No real simulation, no.
Insula Electric.
Insula asked about I use Lovato X JAX motorized switch. Will this ATL unit control the JAX motorized switch with Modbus communication? So the ATL can't communicate with other devices for the control. Can be used in the supervision, but can't control the switch through the Modbus. Can use only the digital output and digital input for the feedback, for control the switches. So ask, is possible to increase the time delay for opening contactor mains in case of failure more than
60 seconds?
60 seconds. For this specific information, you must read the manual because I don't know exactly memory all the data of the. I can check and then I send you an answer.
Insula asked if it will be a huge feature to have Modbus master that is.
Yes, I think so, but not in this type of controller because is the basic devices for this application. Then we will have in the future other devices more performance in this file.
Sunny Zhu from China.
Sunny Zhu in China, in some application, if there is a fire in the fire control system, we send out a signal, say do, and want motorized changeover, switch go to 0 position, which mean prohibit the auto function. Can we do that? Yes, you can use a digital output, of course, because all the input and output are user definable. Okay, if you don't have other question, I thank you for the extension and for.
Okay,
okay, I wait. I'm waiting for another question.
Here. Here.
Okay, another guy. I know what is not only possible to set it up to, but I want to know if it's possible to change the software. We can answer in another situation because now is impossible during this webinar. Camillo asked about the RS485 Ethernet gateway function. Yes, it's present. Okay, thank you for the attention.